Eric Harness. I'm the president and founder of Neuro. Neuro is an activity-based recovery program for people with neurological injuries or disorders. I created a certification program for other facilities and individuals 2 years ago. I'm trying to broaden the scope of the activity-based recovery field and bring it to the entire world. Traditional physical therapy typically is taking a person from the hospital to the home. So it's teaching them how to be functional in a wheelchair, learning activities of daily living such as brushing their teeth, combing their hair, feeding themselves. It's really, especially for spinal cord injury, is usually geared towards making the parts of their body that are unaffected stronger to allow them to do those types of activities of daily living or function in a wheelchair more effectively. Through activity-based training, we're trying to reactivate the nervous system. Okay, so we're trying to provide a stimulus below the level of injury that the brain can connect to and try and find a pathway around the injury in spinal cord injuries. So in spinal cord injury and in stroke, you're always going to have damage. So what we're looking for is a way around that damage. So with stroke, you're looking at the other side of the brain taking over the functions of the damaged side. In spinal cord injury, we're looking for the brain to create a pathway via the spinal cord around the injury site through other nerves, such as interneurons, things like that. So through activity-based training, we're trying to provide as much stimulus below the level of injury so we can get those signals going up towards the brain that it can try and connect to as a stimulus for neuroplasticity. One of the big stimulants is gravitational loading. So we do gravitational loading in different positions. We call them developmental activity positions or developmental position activities. And those follow along the lines of what a child would do to develop the ability to walk. So that consists of being on your, rolling over onto your elbows or pushing up on your elbows from a prone position, as well as getting into hands and knees, kneeling, high kneeling positions, and standing, and then obviously walking. And then within those positions, we're doing other types of activities. So we're using those positions as a gravitational stimulus to the body, and then doing other activities on top of that to take advantage of the stimulus that's being provided. The AP Center here in Curacao is doing an excellent job of bringing in the types of clients that need this type of training. It's an approach that goes beyond physical therapy. It's an adjunct to physical therapy, but it's also going beyond what's currently provided and is trying to provide the next step. So for clients who have completed physical therapy or are at home, this center provides a place for them to try and continue to become more functional. We're not necessarily just talking about walking, we're talking about being more functional, in their wheelchair or being able to get out of their wheelchair on their own much more easily, whether that's transferring or standing up or what that may be. And it also allows them to be more functional within their wheelchair by engaging their core better, taking care of issues with contractures and bone loss and muscle loss. So everything they're doing within the center is basically acting to try and counteract those issues. In my 20 years experience in this field and helping to start this field, the person who's sitting at home who has basically been told that they're not going to get any better, what I would say to that person is You're not gonna know if you can get better unless you try. Okay, and when I say get better, I don't mean you're gonna get up and start walking all of a sudden, or you're gonna stand up or something. Some miracle's gonna happen. What I'm saying is, unless you try to get better, you're not gonna get better. So at the very least, you should be trying to do as much as you possibly can to regain function below your level of injury, and not letting what somebody told you in the hospital or told you somewhere else deter you from trying to get better, because there's always a possibility that at the very least, you're going to become stronger. And even just being that little bit stronger is going to help you. So why not try to become stronger, try to become more functional?